What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Expand, and check this out. We're in our new set. We're actually not in front of a table. We're actually just having a conversation, JP and I, and when our new guests show up, we're going to have a conversation with them too, just like you would in your living room, just like you would in your house, and that's kind of what we're going to be discussing today is just, hey, why are we doing all of this? Why are we sharing what we know? Why are we taking the time out of our day to discuss what's happening in our businesses, in our life, and hopefully it's going to empower you, it's going to inspire you, it's going to educate you, so you might be able to expand the way you think and the way you see things when things happen for you, not to you. And lately, that's been something that has been like, I've been questioned about this a lot because things are happening to us in our life that, in essence, mold us, change us. We learn from it, and we get better at responding to these challenges when they come up again. Because in life and business, everything is going to be presented to yourself, or it's all going to be presented to you. But at the same time, you got to figure out how you're going to react, how you're going to act towards it. Guys, I appreciate all of you guys for joining. Make sure you do subscribe to our podcast called Expand. JP's here as our co-host, and myself, Omar Alfaro, and I've been in this game for 21 years, and we're going to be talking about all kinds of cool stuff. And we haven't logged in, we haven't discussed much for a little while actually, JP.
It's been like 3 weeks.
3 weeks, 4 weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're excited to get back, and obviously now that we have a better set, which is cool. Keep it or flip it. Obviously, that's something that we talk about all the time, and what everybody always wonders what they need to do if they need to keep it or flip it, because everybody wants to be that real estate investor. So let's start talking about what's been going on in the last 3 weeks, JP, and let's get to it.
When you mentioned, a lot of the things that get presented to us in like business and entrepreneurship, the only thing that I think about is, this is just a question I have. Do you think there's a constant stigma of like business is easy and entrepreneurship is easy?
100%. Yeah.
But there's like a clear reasoning behind workouts in the gym are extremely hard, and that's how you get stronger and in shape, right?
Right.
I think it's very easy to like look at it with the same mindset. You have to do the hard things in business for you to grow and in life.
Right.
What you said, life happens to you, for you, not to you. I think it's a huge perspective change that a lot of people have trouble with because they don't have enough reasoning behind their day-to-day activities. And what I mean by that, I think a lot of people are on a hamster wheel and they don't know why they're on that hamster wheel. And, they don't know why they're doing the things they're doing.
Right.
And you don't really have no sense of security in that when you kind of just go about your day with no plan or vision in place.
Right. So it's like you're driving without a destination.
Mm-hmm. That's like saying I'm going to get to the other side of the country without the GPS.
Right.
You're going to feel so lost.
It's so lost. I mean, geez, and to add to that point, everybody that's listening, you guys all use your GPS. You guys all used Apple Maps to get somewhere. If I type in 123 Main Street, you may not know how to get there. So you're going to use it, you're going to type it in, and you're going to allow it to direct you.
Hopefully that's not a real address.
It's probably not, or Banana Street, I should say. That's probably a real address. But still, nonetheless, it's like a lot of us are going around, in life with no direction. And honestly, like that, a lot of us go through this process of like, we don't know what we're going to do.
Where do you think that necessarily comes from? Not having the sense of direction, but having a sense of direction.
I think it's having a sense of direction, but you're just not clear on what you really want.
And how does one achieve that?
You got to be in the right rooms. You have to really reflect on what you want as a person. Like, do you want to be the producer in real estate? Do you want to be the 100 deal a year producer? Do you want to own 20 real estate investments? Do you want to wholesale at a large level? Do you just want to get by to make money and create memories and not really be the person that that you're meant to be, or you just want to like just meet the status quo. And that's up to the individual, man. But I'm telling you this, I'll be honest with you, if you're not in this room, if you are not in this room, if you did not videotape me 4 years ago, 3 years ago, and you didn't see the progression, or you didn't see like for yourself, like, wow, like I was videotaping this dude and then now this and now this and now this. If you weren't in that room or in the environment to like have somebody push you or see what's possible, you yourself would not push yourself.
No, yeah. And proximity, power.
For sure.
It goes back to that. And I think being around the right people that will, of course, hold you accountable for your actions. Right. I think that's one of the biggest thing, because so many people have like yes men and yes women around them, that constantly are just like cheerleaders and saying, yeah, go do that. Yeah, go do that. And not realizing that there should be something that you call your friends out on, because you probably have a perspective that they don't.
Right.
Not necessarily saying that you're right, but I think challenging the people that are around you as well goes back to what we always talk about, being in alignment, growing together, having velocity. So I think it's an ongoing topic for sure.
Oh, it has to be, because we have to always discuss it. Because I think that when we discuss it, we start figuring out like what we're missing or what we're not engaging in.
Or what we should be doing, but we're not at all. Uh-huh. This kind of reminds me of a conversation I had with one of my buddies. I don't mean to put him on blast, but we were at the gym a couple mornings ago, and I've noticed for like the past 2 years, not 2 years, I'm not going to put a time on it. He doesn't work out the same, We went to high school together. He was a O-lineman, killed the weights, benching a crap ton of weight, deadlifting, all the plates in the gym, like really strong, big dude, Zach. And, now fast forward, Zach is a full-time nurse. He's wants to learn how to wholesale, and he has a 1-year-old and, of course, a beautiful wife, beautiful family. And the other morning, I kind of just noticed that he did like 3 workouts. He was there for like 40 minutes, and he didn't break one sweat. And at the end of the workout, because I was already there for like an hour and a half, I was like, hey, man, like you didn't really train. He was like, what do you mean? I was like, all you did is work out. He was like, what are you talking about? I was like, you don't train at all anymore, bro. You just come in here like a girl. You do like 3 movements.
And then you bounce.
You take a selfie. And then you bounce. Like, you're just working out. You're not training anymore. And he's like, yeah, man, you know what? You're actually right. It's just with work and the wife and Liam at home, who is the son. It's just really hard. I was like, all right, let's stop right here. Fast forward 5-7 years. Liam's now like 8 years old. And he asks you, hey, Dad, why aren't you big and strong anymore? Are you going to tell him it's his fault? And
what do you say to that?
He had obviously a reflection moment. Like, damn. Okay. Like, this guy's right, and I think so many people would be scared to have that conversation with someone that's in their close circle or in their proximity, not realizing that that's probably what that person needs to hear, to allow them to get to the next level or really push them or not make excuses for themselves.
Right.
And the past 3 days, he's been texting me like his workouts and like how he's like trying to get up earlier. He's making his wife get up earlier. And, he's like trying to push himself more at the gym. And it all started because I had a conversation that the average person would be scared to with their friend because they think they're going to hurt their feelings.
No, that's huge. You saying that too, puts perspective in like what I go through. I'm 44 years old. I have to stay in shape. I have a 3-year-old and another little girl that's about to turn 1, and a 16-year-old, and it's like I want to be, the 50-year-old fit guy.
Yeah.
And that's in 6 years, which is crazy. I don't feel like I'm 44 years old at all, but at least, and I've been told I don't look it too, so that's cool.
And like it gets you to think because, obviously you're gonna want to be physically active with your daughters. If she
100%,
soccer practice, softball practice, whatever it is, you want to be able to physically engage with a lot of the activities she's doing. And let's just say you get to a point where hopefully that doesn't happen, but you're not able to do that because you didn't take care of yourself. The only person you have to blame is yourself.
That's it.
Like, you're not going to sit there and tell your daughters, oh, I'm not in shape because I had to take care of you guys. Like, what?
No, not at all. And that's funny because,
that's the crutch we use.
Oh, 100%.
But it's like, that's so, I think, I don't know, it's so like selfish to do that. Because how are we going to blame something that we do everything for as a reason we're not doing something that's very important?
That's true. No, it's spot on. I mean, man, we know what we have so much stuff that we're going through right now in this business with fitness, with the health aspect of it. And lately, I've been reflecting a lot too of like, hey, I got to get super healthy because if I want my business to succeed.
I think that's because you're around a bunch of testosterone.
Yeah, dude, because all you guys are freaking 24 years old. You're 20 years younger than me, and you guys are all like out of control in a good way. And obviously my environment, my, proximity to people that are working out makes me want to be like, no, man, I'm going to be the fittest fucking 45-year-old that you see, or 46-year-old, because I know it's going to take some time. It's not going to be tomorrow. I mean, I'm not in bad shape, but I can definitely get in better shape.
Oh, yeah, much better shape.
And a much better shape. I like the way you just threw that in there. But nonetheless, let's get back to the to what we got going on. So let's talk about some business, man, because we're doing all this stuff, and I want to know, and I don't think I asked you this, but it's like, now how do you feel where you're at right now in your business and your work, and how are you feeling about it all?
Wow, I'm gonna be honest, I did not expect this question.
No, that's the best.
So it's so funny, man, because I've been like reflecting on this a lot. I think, and I'm sure, I can have this conversation with you because you are a part of it a lot. A lot of the things we do, we do together as far as business goes, transactions, deals. You put yourself in an environment to be able to scale your business and basically, your operations and everything that we're doing around you, right? So just to put a story on it, around 8 months ago, when, I really came on to 60-minute cash offer full time to run the acquisitions department and really be involved with the growth of it. And on the other side of that, being more involved in the brokerage and, mentoring the team alongside you, converting leads, training the people. I realized that if you're not growing with your business will outgrow you, 100%. And then you have to play catch up again. Mm-hmm. And one thing that I've reflected on in the past 3 months is that my business grew at a pace that was faster than my own growth the past 8 months.
For sure.
And reflecting on it is like weird because you're just like, whoa. And you know why that happened. You know why you are in that position because you essentially didn't do the work that you think is not necessary, right? Like the reading, the journaling, the meditating. You get to a point in your business where everything is just going good. You kind of throw away the stuff that got you there.
True.
And,
it happens.
I was just, of course, like waking up, getting to the gym, eating my breakfast, and at the office 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day, just firing on all cylinders. But not realizing before I got to that point of being able to do that, there was so much nurturing that went around the firing on all cylinders. And the past 2 weeks, I'm not going to lie, I went on a couple of benders.
For sure you did.
That I felt like I needed.
You needed it, yeah.
I needed. And I was talking to Isaac about this, that, I unintentionally had a good summer. It was honestly a great summer. We were able to go to WealthCon, be around some amazing people. Mm-hmm. The OC event, I was able to, of course, go see a Drake concert, went to a rave festival, a couple of weekends with the buddies. But I've realized, if you're not taking care of yourself through the growth, you will get left behind. And then you have to play catch up again. Yeah. No, yeah, 100%. And I feel great. I feel awesome because there's a vision and there's a road that I see, myself walking on or driving on, but I have to work on the maintenance aspect a lot more. For me to have myself on cruise control longer, not, have the foot on the gas, then you pull over for like 2 days.
Right.
And you have your foot on the gas again, and then you pull over for 2 days again.
It's consistency.
Yeah, just like the consistency aspect of it. Because I think in business we fire so much, and then we're just like, ugh. And then we realize we have to fire again.
And then we pull over.
Mm-hmm. Not realizing
yeah.
The only reason we have to pull over is because we didn't look in the mirror and just ask that guy if he's okay.
Right. That's what I was asking you.
Yeah. So it's just like, I feel great, but I've realized I'm a person that requires a lot of miscellaneous tasks for me to
feel busy.
Feel not necessarily busy.
Accomplished?
Not even accomplished, because it's like the compound effect of things.
Right.
In the moment.
Your actions.
In the moment, it feels very useless for me when I have a whole days of work, for me to meditate for 10 minutes, for me to read my book for 30 minutes, for me to journal for 15 minutes, because I have 50 sellers to go call.
Right.
Not realizing me doing that 5 times a week is what allows me to go call those sellers and have really meaningful conversations. So I just realized I can't deviate away from the miscellaneous tasks that got me where I am today.
Right.
And that's all the little things.
The little things add up, man.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. So, it's getting in at a certain time. It's, it's opening your Google Chrome tabs. It's all those little things that will allow you to, like, all right, I'm set, I'm in my cockpit, and I'm ready to rock and roll. And sometimes they're, like you said, they might be meaningless, but they have so much more weight.
Oh, yeah.
Because they compound, right? They get stacked and stacked and stacked and stacked, and you're like, all right, now you feel a little more. And honestly, like, I see that, and it's like you have a good regiment, a good routine. That's why I wanted to ask the question.
Yeah.
It's like, why, like, how do you feel about it all? And, where you're allowing yourself to, like, see, like, okay, what do I need to fix? Not even fix. What do I need to add? What more do I need to establish so I can feel a certain way?
I think I would just have this conversation just all around discipline.
That's it.
I think that's everyone. To add to that, how I honestly do feel really good, because I think the main focus of, our business, my business, and the ways I make money is I can truly say, like, I always put the other person's best interest before mine. When it comes to sellers, when it comes to buyers, even when it comes to people I work with, people I work alongside, the agents on the team, our partners in 60-minute cash offer. Like, I'm always willing to take less of the pie so everyone can share more of the pie.
Of course.
And I think that's something that I've changed a lot within my business and our business within the past 8 months, because I reflect on this year, is me wanting to help other people, like, truly get paid and solve their problems, and not really thinking about the check I'm going to make, has made me the biggest check this year.
For sure.
So it's just like, I don't know, just service to others
leads to greatness.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Rohn says it the best. Service to many leads to greatness.
Yeah, so
however you want to look at that.
Yeah, I just constantly have a mind of, like, okay, how can we serve our team more? How can we serve our clients more? And,
and that consistency.
Mm-hmm.
I think all of us are going through that. Like, we just, the dedication, being consistent. And I just got off of a 35 or 36 hour fast, and it was a trip, and I had to do it. I smelled the food yesterday.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're Wednesday right now, and all day Tuesday, and then Monday night I had a dinner, or I had a small meal at like 6 o'clock. So from 6 o'clock on, I did not eat anything till this morning, and it was a trip. Your body gets put through some weird stuff. You start seeing stars. It's a trip. And I've never fasted before, ever, in my lifetime. I know, you might think it's funny, but...
That was funny. I'm sorry.
I mean, you like, your body's doing something different that you're not sure of. because I read about it, and everybody says, oh, fasting's great, it's awesome. You fast for 10 hours, 12 hours is one thing, but 36, it's like, okay, this is crazy. I was super hungry last night and I wanted to sleep, and I went to sleep, woke up, worked out, sweated like crazy, and then I was inside and I'm like, I am just fiending for food. And I had a small, some eggs and a little bit of oatmeal just to get me. That's all I've had. And I have all kinds of crazy ass energy and a coffee. Thank you. But it's a trip. I guess it's supposed to do like really good for your body. And
Yeah.
I'm 44 and I've never fasted before for that long. So it's pretty cool.
Well, I mean, this goes into a different topic, but it has to go with what you're talking about. You got to think about 100, 200 years ago, 300 years ago, we didn't eat every day.
True.
Yeah. We
We
went out, hunted for our food.
for 2-3 days, yeah.
Gathered our food. We were able to eat for a day, maybe 2 days, and then we had to perish that food for the next, week for the rest of our family. Naturally, as our humane instincts go.
Right.
So, like, fasting is probably something that we're already supposed to be doing, but due to the fact that, I mean,
Food's on demand.
Food is on demand, and
Yes,
the stuff
it is.
we eat is
Garbage.
so bad for you. If you're listening to this, go on Google right now and type in the ingredients for a Wendy's cheeseburger, please.
Damn. I kind of want to as well, but I'll let you guys.
Yeah,
handle that.
hopefully we could pop it up on the screen, but let's just say that this is an 8x11 graph paper. The whole thing is filled with words like this big. A Wendy's cheeseburger should not have like over 1,000 ingredients.
Nah, man, it's crazy. And then we start going on a tangent about that.
Yeah, that's a different topic.
You know.
But I think you were in a state of your body was simply using, its own fats, its own protein to
give me
fuel
energy.
your energy.
Yeah.
And that, in a sense, it's probably the best form of energy because it's energy you produce.
Yeah, it's not something that you drink.
Mm-hmm.
The caffeine, the coffee, and the water. No, I'm not saying that water's going to give you energy, but it should. And but yeah, it was crazy. So I mean, 36 hours, crazy fast. Awesome
I'm not going to do that because
You don't need to.
I don't need to, but not to say I don't need to because that's ignorance. I'm trying to gain weight, so I don't want to put myself in a caloric deficit. But everyone that is over the age of, I think it's 35 or 36, should fast on a consistent basis.
Once a month at least, right?
Once a
every
month,
couple weeks
yeah.
or something like that. I read too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, because I didn't mind it. It was cool. So if you do that twice a month, you figure twice a month, that's 24 times a year.
And if you could go 36 hours without eating, you can do anything.
Yeah, I'm telling you, right? I mean, 36 hours is crazy.
Yeah.
And nonetheless, that was cool. All right, guys. So I know this is we're just getting back in our flow and just discussing about what's happening in our businesses and stuff. And honestly, this is a I guess our first podcast back with the new setup, and honestly it's cool because we're just having a normal conversation. It's not like we're at a table. We're just kind of just chilling and discussing about our stuff. And yeah, there's so much more we want to say. There's so much another topic that I definitely want to convey, but I think we're going to save it for next week. I'm not ready to talk about that just yet, because when I say that in life things happen for you, not to you, I truly mean it. And this is why I'm gonna leave you guys with this. You never know what someone's going through, so be fucking nice. You never know what somebody's going through, so just be nice to them because they're having their own struggles, their challenges that they're trying to get through, and you don't need to add any more stress to that person or that situation because you don't know the whole story. And I'm going to leave it at that, just for you guys to consider and to think before you act like a fool, to be nice to the person that you may not agree with because you guys have differences of opinion. But because how many times, JP, do we get phone calls or conversations that we don't agree with, and like you want to say your opinion about something, and it's like, you know what, sometimes we're quick to react, which we are, but I'm here to tell you that somebody's always going through something. So you're going to get more with honey than you do with vinegar. Plain as day. That's what's going to end up happening. And you know what? Just remember that the next time you think about getting pissed off about some fucking situation. So
don't be an asshole.
that's it, guys. I appreciate you guys listening, watching, and make sure you smash that subscribe button and listen to our podcast.
We'll see you next time.
All right. Take care.
Come here.